welcome back. DTM Collectibles here, and this is the Doctor Who 60th anniversary special. Yeah, I couldn't let the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who come and go without doing a little video with some of my favourite Doctor Who items and all the things that go with it. It's a great show. I've enjoyed it since I was a kid, and I feel like 60 years it deserves something a little bit special over here at DTM's. So here we go. We're going to start off. We're just reviewing the old Doctors. Here's William Hartnell, the very first Doctor, or was he? And after being in the role for a couple of years, it moved on to this guy, Patrick Troughton, not the guy with the moustache. I don't know who that is. But yeah, Patrick Troughton, he was a very quirky Doctor. He loved a good flute. And then he moved on to Jon Pertwee, Wurzel Gummidge himself, karate champion, and a very dandy dresser, who regenerated into good old Tom Baker, the fourth Doctor. Here he is with K9. Let's take a look at the K9 action figure. Right, here's K9. Lovable little robot dog from the Tom Baker years. This one's from the School Reunion episode from David Tennant's time with K9. Yeah, I've always loved K9. When I was young, I had the talking K9 Palitoy toy. I don't have it anymore, obviously. It's a long time back. But yeah, I always loved that toy. It weren't for everyone, K9. He was a popular character because there seemed to be a time when just robots were everywhere, as you all know. Anyway, Tom Baker then regenerated into this guy, Peter Davison. Let's have a look at him. Yep, Peter Davison, he played the fifth Doctor. And here he is with his cricket gear on and his little hat and his decorative vegetable on his lapel there. Yeah, Peter Davison was the jumping on point for me with Doctor Who. He was about when I started watching it. I loved the character, I loved the show. And yeah, I suppose in a way, if it wasn't for this guy, I wouldn't be still watching it now. I wouldn't have been collecting all the stuff that I have. So yeah, Peter Davison was in the role for a few years, I think, as far as I remember. I've been lucky enough to meet Peter a few times in the last few years, at Comic Cons and various shows over the years. And he's a nice, charming man. But he decided to call it a do, and this guy took over. This is a figure of Colin Baker in his regeneration outfit. And yeah, when I last met Peter Davison, I got him to sign the costume, and they were a bit confused as to why, because it weren't him as a figure, it were his mate Colin. But here's me and Peter, look. There's DTM in the skinny years. Yeah, so Peter Davison, probably my Doctor growing up. Come back a few times. He's done the Time Crash Children in Need episode with David Tennant, and then he's done the Tales of the TARDIS thing for the 60th anniversary. And yeah, I think I've said this before to some Doctor Who fans. I think with his with him coming back and doing stuff, the radio dramas, Big Finish, and the little cameos here and there that he drops in and does, I think he's a better Doctor now than he was back in the day. Here he is, Colin Baker, the sixth Doctor. Troublesome times ahead. There he is with his assistant Perry, who I fancied. There's the seventh Doctor, Sylvester McCoy. He was in The Hobbit, you know. Do you know that? Yeah. But yeah, after a while, McCoy's reign ended, and there was nothing until 1996. Doctor Who, the movie. Paul McGann as the Doctor. Paul McGann's dipped in and out since in other Doctor Who medias. Let's have a look at some McGanns. Juicy McGanns. There's the Doctor Who, the movie version of McGann's 8th Doctor. And you've got the radio Big Finish drama, audio books. McGann in another suit there with his little Indiana Jones bag on. And then you've got the latest McGann Doctor in his Night of the Doctor outfit. I've met Paul McGann too. Me and a Weeping Angel went to a Comic Con in Leeds and we got him to sign a comic book. There it is. Cheers, Juicy McGann. So now we're going back 10 years. Trip back in the TARDIS 10 years ago to the 50th anniversary, the Day of the Doctor. And this is John Hurt as the War Doctor. It was a role that was created as a third Doctor counterpart. The War Doctor and all his past of destroying Gallifrey in the Time War was seen etched on John Hurt's face all through the Day of the Doctor episode. Fantastic actor, always loved John Hurt. Great that he could be involved in Doctor Who. Next up, the 9th Doctor, played by Christopher Eccleston. He was the Doctor that came back in 2005 as his 9th incarnation. Here he is with Rose and another Doctor at the back of him, and someone invited us on Taran to the unveiling of the TARDIS laminated floor. But yeah, it's good to have Christopher Eccleston in the collection. He only did one season, but what he did do while he did his stint was bring it back. There's me and Chris. All right, mate. I will take a break from Doctors for the time being, and we'll look at some villains, the Cybermen. All the different types of Cybermen, all lined up from the current series to the old series. This one here is a favourite of mine from Earthshock, 5th Doctor years. Interesting fact about Earthshock, Helen's father, he knew a guy that were in the episode. Go on. Anyway, we're going to take a little detour now, and we're going to pass you over to Matt from Keep On Collecting, where he's going to show off some awesome Doctor Who stuff. Take it away, Matt.
G'day Dave, it's Matt from Keep On Collecting. Thanks for allowing me this time to show off my small Doctor Who collection. It's not quite 60 years old, not as old as the Doctor himself. What a proud moment, 60 years of Doctor Who. There's been a few hiccups along the way, but here we are 60 years later, still going. So is my collection, my friend. So Dave, I think my favourite Doctor is this one right here, Peter Davison. Well, these are probably my 3 favourite Doctors, but Peter Davison is the one I grew up with. Alright, so Peter Davison, I loved cricket when I was growing up. Loved playing it, loved watching it. And here he is wearing some Edwardian cricket gear. We didn't see him play cricket all too much. Another favourite piece in this collection is the Time Crash pack, signed by Peter Davison. And of course down here, for the 50th, we got 4 of our Doctors, plus Janet Fielding. They came out and we went to see it, and I met all 4 of these guys, got them to sign it, and there's Peter Davison. A year later he came out again. We have an ABC bookshop. He was doing a signing there, and that's when I got him to sign the Time Crash. He's a genuinely lovely guy. I'm really glad that I could get to meet him, and he didn't disappoint. An original Genesis of the Daleks. I was really happy to get this into the collection recently. We've got the original K1 robot. Back here is the Curator set with Tom Baker. I don't know, but that, when he appeared in the 50th anniversary, that was a highlight, and it brought tears to my eyes to see Tom Baker back in the role. Well, of kind of like a Doctor-like figure, so I had to get that. Down here is my Dapol collection, just a small portion of it. I haven't displayed everything, Dave, it's just way too big. And we've got the 25th anniversary TARDIS playset there, is the first issue, with a bunch of the Doctors there. Shame they couldn't have done more with that. And over here, come over here to the junk TARDIS. Yes, I'm possibly army building some Cybermen here. Just a whole lot of toys that I've picked up over the years. There's no way I can get all the Daleks into my collection. So this is once again just a spattering of Daleks. The Master, Time Lords. I don't have everything, of course. There's just too much, especially those early years. See a Cyberman every now and then. Got the William Hartnell, Jodie Whittaker, Paul McGann, it's the 8th Doctor. Sylvester's got his back to us. There's a lot of them focusing on the console there. My favourite versions with their favourite gear. Right, so there we have the third. There's Lethbridge Stewart, he's focused as well, in Benton. So here's all the companions over the years that they've released. Ian, Harry, Joe, Sarah, Leela. 2 Romanas. There's Ace and Perry. There's a Kylie Minogue. What great sculpts they do, don't they? Character options. Just a couple of sidemen sneaking in there. So that's it. Thanks for giving me the time, Dave, to show you and all your followers my collection. I really love it, and it's still growing. Happy 60th, Dave. See you soon, mate.
I mean, wow, what can you say about that? It is by no means a small collection, Matt. Absolutely awesome. Great that you could get involved in this, and I thank you very much. Who wants to see some Daleks? Yes, the most fearsome enemy of the Doctor in there. Apart from that one, I think that one's just a bus. But the rest of them, yeah, look how fierce they look. With the nasty eye stalks and Whisk and Plunger. There's a couple there I picked up at the weekend. The latest Daleks. Always love the Daleks, always like the way that they look, the design of them. Simple but effective. Again, apart from that one, I think that one's just a bus. But yeah, always love the Daleks and Exterminate. Right, we're at number 10 now. The 10th Doctor, David Tennant. Among people's favourites, here he is with Rose. Before he went and moved on with Donna. He moved on pretty quick, didn't he? Yeah, so the Doctor, Donna and David Tennant are back in the 60th specials. Here they both are. And is that Kylie Minogue? Yeah, David Tennant, he really took it to another level with the Doctor. A massive fan of David Tennant anyway. So the 10th Doctor, other than the 5th, I regard as being my Doctor as well, which is weird because aren't they related somehow? Oh, God knows. Can't keep track of it. Need a time machine. But after a good few years of time travelling and saving the world, it was time to move on for David Tennant.
I don't want to go.
Yeah, trust me, don't worry, I think you're going to come back. Anyway, moving on to number 11, Matt Smith's years. I enjoyed Matt Smith as a Doctor. I thought he brought a lot of humour back, and because David Tennant, he always seemed very, very sad at times, and Matt Smith just lifted it to that other level with Amy, Rory, River Song were a regular. Really enjoyed some of Matt Smith's episodes, and here's a Matt Smith figure from the episode The Snowman. This is an interesting set. It's nicely packaged. There he is with his winter coat on and his top hat. Oh, I'll tell you something, when I'm old enough, I'm going to start wearing top hats. It's got to be coming soon, it's got to be. What age do you need to be to wear a top hat? And on the reverse, they have the Impossible Girl, Clara Oswald. Yeah, and it's a little Dalek package in there because she was inside a Dalek in the first episode, Asylum of the Daleks. Yep, Matt Smith years, very good fun, very good stories, all round Doctor Who funness. And Matt Smith was quite lucky because during the filming of The Day of the Doctor, he managed to share a scene with the fourth Doctor actor Tom Baker. Tom appeared as the curator, who is or is not an incarnation of the Doctor. Of course he is.
Would you like a jelly baby?
Shut up!
Well, simple enough, thank you would have been sufficient.
Don't worry, Tom, I'll have one. Come here, you little green gelatinous monster. And here he is, the curator. There's Tom in his little creator box set. It comes with the Gallifrey Falls No More painting, his walking stick. It's a great little gift pack, this, from the 50th anniversary. And I'm glad it's in my collection. And here he is, the 12th Doctor, brilliantly played by Peter Capaldi. He brought some fear and menace back to the role of the Doctor with his sonic sunglasses. Yeah, he had a good time there in the role, and I enjoyed quite a few of his episodes. For me, it's where it started to lose touch a bit, but that's another story. Peter Capaldi, 11th Doctor, regenerates into the 13th Doctor. Yep, played by Jodie Whittaker, the first female actress to play the Doctor character. Fun fact, Jodie Whittaker's from my hometown of Huddersfield, so there you go. And here's Jodie Whittaker in one of her last outfits that she wore in the Power of the Doctor episode. And it's just like a tribute to all the Doctors that have come and gone over the years. The scarf, the pants, the decorative vegetable. Yeah, and there she is next to the oncoming Doctor for the 60th specials. David Tennant again. Right, since filming the video, I watched the Star Beast, the first of the 60th anniversary specials with David Tennant and Catherine Tate. It's based on a comic book from years ago, once Tom Baker was the Doctor. Right, what I'll say about it is it was absolutely fantastic to see David Tennant back in a role that just suits him down to a T. No one embodies the Doctor like he does, and you can tell he's having so much fun with Catherine Tate, being back as the Doctor and being back as Donna, the Doctor Donna. One thing I didn't like is the lack of anything anniversary about it. They seem to have concentrated on more on the latest series for the anniversary. So anyway, that's it. A little look at some of my stuff. A big thanks to Matt at Keep On Collecting for sharing his awesome collection. I mean, I'll never be on that level, but it's just fantastic to see. And a massive shout out to my good mate Luke Reynolds, Reynolds Reviews, for his little segment that he sent me. Thank you very much. It's been great fun. Here's to another 60 years, although I'll be retired by then. See ya.